Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. Time for round number 5 of Skill and Luck of his strategy he calls the Unicorn. I redid his logo, so I combined his logo with a unicorn. That's badass as far as I'm concerned. I like that. And so I had somebody say, hey, play it at a lower level. Well, they just didn't watch far enough because I did last time. And I'm going to do it this time, too. Let's put this right here. But the deal is, $10, that's on a $10 table. This is as low as you can go on a $10 table. The only way to get it lower would be if it was a $5 table or bubble craps. I mean, that's about it. So, nonetheless, let's see here. Just remember, all strategies will go down. Best bet in all the casino is never to make the first bet. Why? Because gambling sucks. All right. So basically, again, what we have, everything is hedged. I can't lose on this first roll. A 7 comes. I win 200, lose a 150, 160, 170. I win a few coins. I can only win. I cannot lose on an 11, on a 7, on a 12. Can't lose. So that's good, at least on the come out. So here, I know you got a lot of money. Oh, I got 450, see, 470. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, so here we go. And there's the 9. Well, that's, I misspoke. I told you one day this would go down. One day. And here we go. So we're down 300. All right, so I guess I did misspoke. Anything but the 9. Well, 9 just got popped. This wins on the field. So we get to put that back. All right, 9 is the point. We're going to put 300 on odds on that. I believe that's what we're going to do. Make this easy. And we're at $50. So now let's just see how this can come back. Now the question is, I mean, I know it can come back, but the question is, can it come back after a couple losses? In other words, I can't, I've got to get a hit here before I plug. All right. Now, since I'm down, the island says you can take 2 hits with a 5 or 9, 3 with a 4 or 10, 1 with a 6 or 8. So the question is, if I get popped with that triple 9, double 9, how are we going to fare? Don't know. It'll happen. Maybe this time. Don't know. But we need to avoid it so we can get 1 hit. All right, there's a 3. That doesn't really help us. And there's an 8. All right, in this case, that pays 75 for 5. Let's take 1 more hit because we're in the hole. No ladders. And there's a 10. That'll help. All right, so that'll pay 100. Okay, now you get to come down. You get to take your layoff, but we're fixing to plug it here. But we're now coming down to the level you want to get to anyway. All right, and we're going to do, what are we doing here? We're going to plug with a 125 That would give us 175 if the 9. We'll win a quarter either way on that one. We're covered here because of the 2 hits that we've taken, so we should be in good shape here. Now let's just try to make some money. There's a 6. That's going to pay 15 for 1. And there's the 7. Came way sooner than I wanted it to. This is our plug. We lose that, all that, but we get our 150 here. Let's see where we're at. I know we lost 300. We are down 100, probably 150, so we got half of it back. All right, that's what you want to see. You want to see it fight. Yeah. Okay. There's a 10 is the point. So this loses, but this wins. To bring that back. And 10 is the point. We'll take this off and go there with it. Yeah. And come out. There we go. We're covered on the 7, but we ain't covered on the 10. So this is one of those, just like the lay. You got to go 1 roll, not get hit like we did. Now I got to go 1 roll and not get a 10. Back-to-back 10s. If I can do that, I'll be okay. There's a 4. Pretty good. All right, so that wins that 100 right there. Okay, we can take the lay down. Take all that down. Now we can plug the 10 with 100. And now we're set. A 7. We'll win. What are we going to win on a 7? We'll win 50. And on 10, we'll win 50. So we're good there. And this is already paid for by that 1 hit. Now, you could have took another hit, but since it was a 4, we won 100. It just lets us know we're climbing back. Being patient, we're good shape. All right, there's a 5. That'll pay 15 for 1. We'd like to get a few hits. Nope, it don't want us to, does it? 7 out. All right, we'll go ahead and take that, but we'll pay that. It's 150, so that's paid. Like so. And let's go like so. Let's see where we're at now. Voila. And let's go ahead and get $50 in reds. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So from $300 down, we have fought now back to where we're about we're about $35 down. Not bad. That's what you want to see, man. You want to see some fight. Okay, you just can't get hit again. Well, you can, but we don't want to. All right, let's stay away from that 9 one time. There's a 3. Now that really, really, really helps. And I'll tell you why. I tell you why that helps. We lose this one, but we get that. Actually, we get 150 here for that win. And so we can just rack that. That helped. We'll keep this here. We'll put this back. Like so. So we were about $50 down or so, 35. Now we're going to be up. Okay. Here we go. We're set. And there's a yo 11. That's a good thing. Well, really, you lose the 150, but that pays the 150 down there. It also pays there. Okay. So that little hedges, we got to make about $10 on the deal. Put it back. All right. That's the first time in 5 episodes that sort of happened. 8 now is the point. We'll bring that lay back. We lose these. All right. We come out with our 50s. Like so. And on an 8, we are going to, what are we going to do? $180 would win 150. Yeah, let's put 180. Lay that. So those both are worth 150. So now we're back to just stay away from the 8 one time. A back-to-back. A ricochet is what you don't want. Other than that, we'll be all right. Let's get through this one. There's a 4. That's actually pretty good. Okay? So on that 4, we get our 100. Okay? We can take our lay down, or our odds down, and we take this down. Alrighty. And then we come back with our 10s and our plug. Everything's paid for. And we're going to plug that 8. We're going to do it like I used to do the $138. That'd pay 160. So we're going to win a little bit either way. Now let's concentrate on these fellas and be good. All right, there's a 5, there's 15 for 1. We'll keep that first one. Now we've been getting a 7 out pretty quick right here, but hopefully we won't. There's a 9 right there. That'll give us 15 for 1. Now we can add. We'll add to the 5 and 9 and rack some. Okay, there's another 9. That's going to pay us 21. Like so. We'll add to the 4 and 10. Rack 11. Okay. There's a 5. That'll pay 21. this time, let's go ahead and bump up that to 18. Rack some. This is what you waited for. Right here. And there's a 12. That's nothing. There's a 5. That's 21. And we'll go ahead and bump the 5 and 9. Rack 11. There's a yo 11. That's nothing. 8's covered now. So we're just dealing with profit here. We're in good shape. And there's the 7. I was hoping we'd get a few more. But nonetheless, so we clear the table here on the 7 out. All right, even this one loses, but we get 150. So there's 138, 39, 40, and 50. So we made a few coins on that. And now let's see where we're at. Let's get our bankroll back together. Okay, let's get a quarter's worth. All right, let's get, let's try to get, let's get $10 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Rack is back. Let's see. From $300 down to $225 to the good. We're going to run it one more time. Not because of greed, but I've got about a $250 to $300, goal I want to hit. So that's what I'm going to try to do. 150 goes there. 10 goes there. 10 goes there. 300 goes here. And we're back to don't get that 9. And we got a 7 out. We lose these 2. So there's 20 we lose. But we lose this 150, but this gets 200. So we actually made about 30 bucks on the deal. Okay. Off we go. And there's another 7. I believe I can keep that out there. I get 200 there. 50, 40, 30. It's a $30 net. So I'm just going to take the $30 net. Oh, keep everything out. Goodness gracious. Let me end with a 2 or a 3, and I'll just go away. No worries. A 5. 5 is now the point. You lose these. No big deal. Let's move this to here for that. And now we just stay away from the 5. A back-to-back 5. Anything else, we're okay. And we can get to where we want to be. And there's a 6. Woo! 4, 2, 6. All right, so that wins 75 for 5. Okay, bring it down. Bring it down, bring that down. Don't need that no more. like so. And we're going to plug 225, no, 125 right there. So we'll win a quarter either way on that one. These have already been paid for. We're good. We are good. Gold, as it were. Sitting pretty. Okay, the quick 7. What a douchebag. Alright, that's alright though. Lose this one too, but that gets paid 150. Like so. Now let's see. Let's go ahead and get us $100 in reds. There we go. And then we need about $5 in those. Voila. Let's see now. $325, $335, $336. We'll give a few bucks, big, whatever, who cares. Very good, very good, very good. 1, 2, 3. All right, envelope time. Looks like I got to get some hundreds out too. So the bank gets 100. Fun gets 100. Excess gets 100. We'll leave that for you know what. And let's figure this stuff out here. All right, there's 5. All right. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19,500, $850. We actually need 150 to make this 20,000. So watch this. We're gonna come in here and grab 150 bucks from one envelope to the other. That and that makes 500. And this 5,000 gives us a red. So we now have $20,000 in excess. Is that not a beautiful thing? 20,000 in excess. There's 5. Oh, almost. 15, 16, 17, 17,975 in funds. 17,975. $37 in those two envelopes. 37 grand. Oh, and in the bank, we have been able to spend $1, 2, 3, 3,500, 3,600 bucks. That's what we put in the bank to spend. Not a bad little income there. Just picking the right strategies, man. So far, the unicorn is doing pretty well. I do like the fact, even though, your lays, my lays 4s and 10s get hit all the time. It's just, can they recover? And this recovered its $300 pretty fast, which means if it got hit a second time before you could fully recover, You'll just have to play longer, but it doesn't look like it might take that much longer to recover. Now remember, I started at the big boy level. Shit, I don't know what I did with it. I threw it away. No, it's right here. I started at 375. There's not, even though Dylan don't, there's nothing saying if you go down like two of these things, like $600 or something, you could pop right to the 375, and that might recover in one shot. So, I'm saying you can't, you can't do that. Who knows? If I get too far any one day, I might. All right, now it's time for the KKG fuck you bet. What are we going to do with this quarter? Let's just go field this time. Let's see if we get lucky. A 3. We did. All right, we're going to do a little parlay. See if we can win 2 in a row. There's a 10. We did. All right, now what do? You do an up and pull. There's our original right there. Up and pull. Let's go for 3 in a row. There's a 9. Okay, field. There's 3. Up. Pull. So we have now tripled our quarter, and we could do a lot more. Now, you've just got 3 fields in a row. I know it's a fuck you bet, but you could bring it down to say 50, double regress. I'm not, because it's a fuck you bet, but you damn sure could. And there's another 9. Oh my God, look at the field go. Up, pull. Oh man, there's so much part of me, even though it's a fuck you bet, that wants to pull that down. We're gonna pull that down and put our original quarter back. That's 4. I just safety still, man, And there's the 6. See there? You gotta listen to yourself sometimes. We lose this one, but look, man. 250 extra dollars on the KKG fuck you bet. Extra 250. I've already put money in the bank. Now we're gonna put 100 in fun, 100 in excess, and 50 more in excess. Very successful session. Yeah, darling, tell me what you think about that Skill and Luck logo right there. I think that's badass. All right, that's, I think, session 5. So, and we've been hit a couple times, so it's starting to prove itself. So until the next time, y'all, be great.